Good morning. I believe if it wasn't for the Every Child Matters video, if it wasn't for the Every Child Matters video, and if it wasn't for Francine, my mom's friend, saying, you guys know why you guys love Sudbury. I mean, let's slow down a minute. I mean, you could say that for my mother and I, but really, let's slow down a minute. They want to say, you know why your son left Sudbury after aging out of care. I mean, I age out of care. I age out in Sudbury, the Children's Aid Society, Bancroft Drive Group Home, Cecil Fraser Youth Center, Northern Youth Services, SYS, NYS, Northern Youth Services, Sudbury Youth Services. I age out of all of those services offered in Sudbury. Everyone was anticipating for me to age out. This is what they were really anticipating. That Thomas is going to be aging out soon. And around the same time, Francine's supposed to go look for Stephanie. Well, we're not really planning for that. And hopefully she doesn't even go look for her. And she didn't for the longest time. Instead, you know, all those drugs that she was doing, but that's not the reason why I went into care. It's because she fell back on what her mother did. And that's a lot like the 60 Scoop. Connie even agrees. I said this, and then she's talking with Connie, and Connie's saying the same thing, and then I say it again, and she's going, that's what she just said. But let's slow down a minute. They want to claim the reason why I aged out of the Sudbury, but the reason why I left Sudbury, that whole city, they want to say it's because of these videos. But these videos weren't around at the time. It says the date right on it, 2015. Okay? The reason why the videos exist is because of all the advocacy. And not even. It's just some person who's unhappy who really needs it. I'm unhappy. I really need it. I'm unhappy. I really need it because I'm unhappy. I mean, you can say that for me, but I took down all my videos even before I got here, and I've explained why. So I'm not going to repeat myself, but I'm telling you right now what they wanted. They wanted to claim the only reason why he moved to Toronto, the only reason why he left Sudbury, because in their mind my mother was a work slave. And when you have a slave, you don't want to hear about their family. Just do your work, you slave. So that's how they liked my mom. And they liked my mom stationed in Sudbury. And they just in their minds, when I aged out, you'd always have your son. It would be you and your son. But then I went to Toronto, and I went there for 10 years, and they liked us like that too. Even more because we weren't going to work together. And they liked that. Me and Sudbury, and my mom in Sudbury. Sorry. They liked my mom in Sudbury and me in Toronto. But then I wanted to leave to Toronto. I go back to Sudbury. We go back to Toronto. We go to Hamilton, and now we're back here in Timmins. But that's what they wanted to say. I will say it one more time. They wanted to say the only reason why when you aged out, it's all about when I aged out. The only reason why I left Sudbury, this is what they wanted to say. The only reason why you left Sudbury is because these videos were made. And then when you moved to Toronto, you started to tell your story just to further cover it up. But that's not true. I aged out in 2007, and then this was made in 2015. All that time, I'm doing advocacy. And then we move back here, and it just escalates to this.